Hi, Algebra 1. We're starting out in this section looking at absolute value functions. So here we go. In this lesson, we're going to be mainly focusing on this worksheet that you can grab a paper copy of in class, or it is also posted on Canvas. You can download a copy there. We are going to be looking at our guesses for how many Tootsie Rolls were in the jar. And the actual number when we counted them up was 61. So the first thing we need to do is find out the absolute guessing error. And all that means is just how far away is the guess from 61. So for this first one, I gave the example right here, 61 minus 24 equals 37. So 24 is 37 away from our actual number. So that's our absolute guessing error. I did another example down here, 61 minus 78 for this one right here would be a negative 17. But the absolute guessing error is just how far away from the actual number it is. And so my absolute guessing error is going to be a positive 17. I don't really care if it's above or below the actual number. I just want to know how far away it is. You can use this as a guide for labeling your axes. Down here, I went by really 2.5, so every 2 lines was 5. And then going up, I did every line was 2, and I numbered 10, 20, 30, and 40. You can see here I've gone ahead and labeled my 2 points right here. When my guess was 24, my error was 37, and when my guess was 78, my error was 17. Go ahead and finish your table and graph your points, and you should start to see a distinctive V-shape form. In the next activity, you're going to refer to the table that you completed. You already did number 1, plotting the pairs. And then number 2, write down some observations about your completed scatter plot. What else do you notice? And number 3, is the absolute guessing error a function of the guess? When you look at your graph and you see that V shape there and you're wondering, is this a function of the guess? Yes, it is, because for each input or for each guess, there's only one output or one distance from the actual number. When you see a graph with this V shape, this is going to be an absolute value function. Remember that absolute value just means the distance away from 0, and it's always going to be a positive number. Now, this was the distance away from a guess, but it is still just a positive number because we're talking about how far away something is. So you don't see any y values that are in the negatives here. The range of this function is just all the y values from 0 going up into the positives.